In the cold, volcanic landscapes of Iceland, where fire and ice coexist in fragile balance, a bold promise once took flight. A promise that seemed almost too perfect for the modern traveler: cheap flights across the Atlantic, seamless connections between continents, and a fresh start for a broken industry. For a brief moment, it worked. Planes filled with hopeful passengers cut through the skies between Reykjavik and major cities in Europe and North America. Tickets were unbelievably cheap. The ambition was undeniable. But behind the bright colors and optimistic branding of Play Airlines, something far more fragile was unfolding. Because just as quickly as it rose, the cracks began to show. And what followed was a story not just about an airline, but about risk, timing, and the unforgiving reality of aviation. To understand the story of Play Airlines, you have to go back to the collapse of another dream. In 2019, Iceland's aviation industry was shaken by the dramatic failure of WOW Air. Once a symbol of affordable transatlantic travel, WOW Air had expanded too fast, stretched too thin, and ultimately ran out of money. Its planes were grounded, its passengers stranded, and its employees left without answers. But in every collapse, there are those who see opportunity. A group of former executives and industry insiders believed the idea itself wasn't flawed, only the execution. The concept of using Iceland as a midpoint hub between Europe and North America still made sense. It had worked before. It could work again. And so, in 2019, Play Airlines was born. It wasn't just another airline startup. It was positioned as a smarter, leaner, more disciplined version of what came before. Lessons had been learned, or at least, that's what they believed. With a minimalist approach and a clear focus on low-cost travel, Play set out to rebuild trust in a market that had just been burned. Then, the world changed. By the time Play Airlines was ready to launch operations in 2021, the aviation world was emerging from one of its darkest periods, the global disruption caused by COVID-19. Air travel demand had collapsed, but something unexpected was happening. People were eager to travel again. Borders were reopening. Prices were rising. And suddenly, a low-cost airline offering cheap transatlantic flights wasn't just attractive, it was perfectly timed. Play Airlines seized the moment. Operating a fleet of modern narrow-body aircraft, the airline built its network around a simple but powerful model: connect smaller European cities to North America through Iceland, using Keflavik International Airport as a central hub. The formula was efficient. Passengers could fly from cities like Berlin or Copenhagen, stop briefly in Iceland, and continue to destinations like New York or Boston, all at a fraction of traditional ticket prices. The airline's bright red planes became a symbol of accessibility. Travel that once felt expensive and exclusive suddenly felt within reach. And the world was watching. At its peak, Play Airlines embodied momentum. Load factors improved. Routes expanded. Media coverage painted the airline as a resilient comeback story, a phoenix rising from the ashes of Iceland's aviation collapse. Travelers praised the affordability. Influencers shared their experiences online. The airline's brand grew stronger with each successful route launch. For a moment, it seemed like Play had done what its predecessor could not find: the balance between ambition and sustainability. The company even began refining its operations, carefully adjusting routes and schedules to maximize efficiency. It wasn't chasing explosive growth. It was trying to grow smarter. But in aviation, even the smallest imbalance can have massive consequences. And beneath the surface, pressures were building. The turning point didn't come as a single dramatic event. It came slowly, almost invisibly. Fuel prices began to rise. Operational costs increased. Competition intensified as legacy airlines and other low-cost carriers fought aggressively for the same transatlantic market. At the same time, the very advantage that made Play attractive, its low fares, began to work against it. Cheap tickets meant thin margins. Thin margins meant vulnerability. Even small disruptions, weather delays, fluctuating demand, or currency shifts, could have outsized impacts on profitability. And then came a deeper challenge: scale. Play Airlines was still relatively small. It didn't have the financial cushion of larger carriers. It didn't have diversified revenue streams. Every decision carried weight. Every mistake mattered. The balance that once looked stable was beginning to tilt. As the pressure mounted, the cracks became harder to ignore. Routes that once looked promising struggled to maintain consistent demand. Seasonal fluctuations hit harder than expected. Some flights operated with fewer passengers, eroding already slim profits. Cost-cutting measures began to appear. Adjustments were made. Strategies were revised. But the reality of the airline industry is brutal. There is very little room for error. Airlines operate in one of the most unforgiving environments imaginable. High fixed costs, volatile fuel prices, and constant competition create a perfect storm where even well-managed companies can falter. Play Airlines wasn't immune. What started as small financial pressures began to compound. Losses grew. Confidence wavered. And slowly, the narrative began to shift from a story of comeback to a story of concern. In the end, the fall of Play Airlines wasn't a sudden crash, it was a gradual descent. Announcements became more cautious. Expansion plans slowed. The optimism that once defined the airline began to fade. Behind the scenes, the struggle to remain viable intensified. For passengers, the change was subtle at first. But for those inside the company, the reality was clear: sustaining the operation was becoming increasingly difficult. The dream that had once captured the imagination of travelers across continents was slipping away. And like many airlines before it, Play Airlines faced the same unforgiving conclusion: when the numbers no longer work, the skies become unreachable. The journey that began with hope and ambition was coming to an end. Even in its decline, Play Airlines leaves behind an important legacy. It proved that the demand for affordable transatlantic travel still exists. It showed that Iceland remains a strategic gateway between continents. And it reminded the world just how difficult it is to succeed in aviation, no matter how promising the idea may seem. Its story echoes that of WoW Air, reinforcing a pattern that is hard to ignore. Ambition alone is not enough. Timing alone is not enough. Even innovation is not enough. In aviation, survival requires all of these and more. Play Airlines may not have lasted as long as it hoped, but its impact will be studied, analyzed, and remembered. In the skies above Iceland, where volcanic ash once grounded flights and icy winds test even the strongest aircraft, the story of Play Airlines becomes something more than just a business case. It becomes a reminder that in the world of aviation, success is never guaranteed, that every takeoff carries risk, and that even the most promising journeys can end in unexpected ways. But perhaps that's what makes these stories so compelling. Because behind every airline is not just a company, but a vision. A belief that people can be connected, that distances can be shortened, and that the world can feel just a little bit smaller. Play Airlines tried to bring that vision back to life. And for a moment, it did.